everyone. So yeah, sorry if I wobble this camera because I've got balancing it on the bed, and it's basically for this kind of video I just felt like it was the right place to record in my room because it's quieter. I've got a house full, and it just feels better because I haven't got a study yet, and where I normally film is in the living room, and it's just chaos and I can't think, you know, I can't record in there, especially these kind of videos. So anyway, without further ado, this video is all about the new group and blog that I've set up with a couple of friends, and it's called Create Dream Journal. The way I came up with that name is just completely random. I just thought of the words that I wanted it to be all about, and I said to the two friends I've set it up with, you know, what do you think of this name? And they were like, yeah, it encapsulates everything we want it to be about. So what it is, I want to create a community to share a journey about inspiring one another to live a creative life that will empower you to to have a control, a positive control and impact, positive impact on your circle of influence. And it can also, creative passion can change the world. It has the power to change the world. I mean, I have behind me my vision board, and I don't know if you can see. One of the people on here, and I'll do like a video of it so you'll see it, but basically one of the people on here, Charlie Chaplin for instance, he impacted the world through his creativity, and he didn't even speak, you know. He used the power of, well, I think he just shone really brightly as a person anyway, but it showed through his creative passion, which was through film and like the silent film at the time, and still he has that ripple effect. And then you have other creative people as well who've had massive influence on the world. So I think creative passion, if we nurture that, it has the power to change not only our circle of influence, our own personal life, but also the world. So I believe that we need to be nurturing that creative passion, but we just don't have any way of doing that. I think that it's a bit vague, you know. And I read a quote the other day which really hit the nail on the head with all of this, and it said, rather than be motivated to action by negative things, we want to be inspired to action. So rather than be motivated because of our negative circumstances, say we've got big bills, or we live in an area that we don't want to live in, or you know, difficult situations, and then we're motivated to change things because things are so bad, rather than being motivated by those negative circumstances, so they're always in control of us. We could be in control of our lives, transform our lives through being inspired. And there's so many different ways each day that we can be inspired, especially through creativity, which is what the group and the blog is all about. Right, so I don't want this to be a really long video. I want to just sort of explain what we're going to be about. So the blog itself, Create Dream Journal. Now, create is obviously all about creating things in our daily life. I want to try and set aside, say 15 minutes for at least once a week, and it doesn't have to be once a week, it can be more than that. It's totally up to you, it's your life, your journey, to do something creative. The dream part is basically you want to discover what your dreams are. Some of you might know already, but some of you may not. And it took me a long time to find out what mine were. So that in itself is a little bit of a journey of discovery, and only you know deep down what you want to do. You can't listen to that voice where it says, well, that's impossible, because that is going to just abort completely all your dreams. So what you want to do is write down, pretend you can do absolutely anything that you want to do, and write those things down, and then that is the basis of finding out what your dream is. Okay, so nothing is impossible at all. And then the journal part is basically journaling about your journey, and I believe that there is a lot of power through journaling. We can heal through it, and we can have like new discoveries for our journaling as well. So journaling can be a daily practice. For me, I do journaling kind of like two different kinds of journaling. Basically, I have this that I don't do this every single day, but these are the notes that I make in the morning. So when I'm feeling inspired in the morning, I sometimes it's almost like I download all this information and I just write it all out in my notebook, and then I'll transfer it into here. So that's one form. Another form is one of the tools that I want to be sharing in the blog and in the group. It's called scripting, and people may have heard of this before. It's kind of like the other side to morning pages, because I could never ever, if you've heard of morning pages, you'll know what I'm talking about. I could never do them. Morning pages is like 3 sides or something like that of A4 of just a stream of consciousness writing, and I just couldn't do it. So scripting is something, it's a little bit more fun. It's about, okay, so scripting is about, imagine how you want your day to be. There's no limits, anything is possible, and you write that down as much as you want or as little as you want in your journal. Now I've got, hang on one second, let me show you. In my one, wherever it is, where did I put it? Okay, so I had it a minute ago. Oh, I've got everything out ready and I've lost it already. Oh, hang on, here it is. Okay. So, I've got a load of notebooks, and you guys probably have as well. So, this is it's plain pages inside, and this is the book that I use for scripting. And really interestingly, this morning when I did like 3 pages, and I imagined like the best possible scenario for today, and already some pretty amazing things happened to me in relation to what I wrote down. It's something that I will share in a blog post, but yeah, scripting is really exciting. It's basically using your imagination and nurturing it every single day. So it's really exciting, it's really fun, and it's something when you wake up in the morning you get really excited about, because you can just sort of like make believe and pretend, but there is that element of, I could go into this for the whole video, there's an element of what you are doing, you are creating reality for yourself, and you probably won't understand anything that I'm going on about with that. So that's a whole blog post and video, and I'll share everything about that with you another time. Okay, so I made notes, all the things I want to say, I've gone off course, but basically my personal goal is to share with you this journey, to grow, to become who we want to be, who we truly are, and to have that life that we really, really want. And to do that, I believe that this nurturing this creative passion each day and focusing on our, I don't like saying goals, but on our dreams, because goals can sound a bit, it's not legalistic, like structured, and you know, it sounds too forced. Goals are good. We need goals, we need our goals, we need to focus on things, but it's like to sometimes I don't know, seem like they're in a box sometimes. Dreaming, anything is possible, you know. So yeah, so we want to just basically create strength, character, and to excel and progress towards our goals. Yeah, and I really don't know where I've gone earlier in this video because I've just completely digressed. But we kind of lose focus, because obviously where it said rather than be motivated to action by negative things, because we get so motivated to do things from a negative place, it's draining. It's just not a good place to be living in. We want to be inspired every day, and that lifts us up and it just encourages us and builds us up as a person. So each day our emotions, so if we're feeling down one day, or it's like just really unhappy things, those emotions are good because they're indicators. You know, it's not bad to be down. Obviously depression is a whole nother subject, but to be feeling down, frustrated, annoyed, they're not wrong. They're not bad in the sense that, you know, to have them, they're purely indicators to show us where our thoughts are. And then when we recognise what we're feeling, we're like, oh, brilliant, thank you, you know, for indicating to me where I am. I now know what I need to do, how I need to progress. And then the tools that we'll share in the videos, in the on the blog, and within the group with each other, articles and things like that, we'll have all these tools. We'll build a toolkit to be able to live that creative, positive lifestyle, and we'll just be able to just grab the tool that we think is the most, you know, the one that we most need for that particular day, and use it. So I'm really sorry if I'm not making it really clear to you right now, but basically it's all going to be a place where there's going to be, hopefully people will be really encouraging, building one another up. And my aim and Kelly and Jenny's aim, our aim is to share our creative passion. So each one of us will have, me, Kelly, Jenny, will have a different way to create. So say one's scrapbooking, one's mixed media painting, you know, and we'll share our different, each week we'll share a different creative process. And each month there will be a theme. So this video is going out in July 2017, and this month it will be dreams and wishes, because I think it's such a good place to start knowing or establishing what our dreams and wishes are, so that we can progress from there. It's kind of a springboard, so we've got a rough idea of which way we want to be going in. So say Kelly will share a blog post on something, a scrapbook page, say for example, the theme will be based on dreams and wishes, but you can use that either as your springboard too, or you can use something completely different, you know. So it's all about motivating and encouraging one another. The tools that we'll be sharing, there's going to be so many. It's going to be okay, so I've spoken about scripting and tried not to diverge into all of that. We'll be finding creative ways to create affirmations. So affirmations aren't just sort of like words we repeat to ourselves. They are something that we kind of chew over and we try and line up our emotions with. You know, we try to, so we've got like, I've got lots of like different affirmations. So I have one on my board. Just take it down quickly. This one, it's let me see it. It says, this is an affirmation card. It says, be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. It's called Expectation. There is a little booklet with an affirmation there, and it's just something to chew over and just sort of like, they're not magic words or anything like that. It's to line up your feelings with anything that you want to manifest in your life. So yeah, so we'll have like different ways of creating affirmations on cards. Create your own affirmation card deck, so you have like different ones for each day. How to journal with affirmations. So there's like loads of different ways. Another thing that I'm really interested in is, you probably won't be able to see here either, but charms. So here's one that I made. Let me see it. It's made with I'm not going to zoom in there. It's made with air dry clay, and there are so many different kinds of charms out there, and anything could be a charm basically, and there's no power in and of themselves, but they kind of just, so what they do is they increase your faith, and they sort of lift you up, and they're there to be like a prompt and a reminder for you, so you can have an affirmation linked or some words linked to your charm some way, so when you look at it you'll always remember those words that you wanted to remember. So there's just, this again, it's a whole nother subject that we could be touching on in our posts and within the group. So yeah, other tools. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so this one, I call it a magic box, but really what it is, it's to so this is a wooden box, and I've covered it in lots of like different papers, and when you open it, well, on the outside I've put whatever is contained in this box is. This is to increase my faith for things that I want in my life to appear. So I have in here, and it's personal to me, so I won't be sharing everything, but I have in here pictures of things that I want for a house, a new house. I have affirmations in here of things that I want, little clippings of, like, I don't know if you can see that, but this is a clipping from a magazine of some tiles that I really love. So I love that kind of thing. I want that in my new house. So I've put that in here, and you build it up. I've got quite a big box because I'm just going to stuff this full with lots of different things that I want to see manifest in my life, and things that I'm believing for, you know, and things that or things that you're praying for. Even if you're praying for particular things, you can call it your prayer box, and then you can put all the different things that you're praying for, and then you can even create a gratitude box as well, or an answered prayer box. It depends on whatever you believe. You can create different boxes or jars for things that you can hold your prayers, your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, your answered prayers, gratitude, and all that sort of thing. So these are a fantastic idea, because they just, it's a visualization thing, so you've got something tangible, and it increases faithful things. So I keep that by my bed, and I put whatever I want to see appear in my life, put that in there, things that I'm praying for. Yeah, so that's just some of the things. Obviously art, we're going to be focusing on art each week. So I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, I'm really sorry if this video has gone on a bit long. If there are any questions that you have about this group, then just put them below, and I'll try and get back to you. If you're watching this on the blog, obviously you can pop your questions below underneath this blog post. And I think that is it. Welcome to the group if you've just joined the group as well. And I'm really excited. These are baby steps. I mean, we just don't know at this moment in time what's going to happen next with this group and the blog. We're just going to put it out there, see how it all goes. And I'm just really excited to create this life, and to see, you know, to create a life that I want, and see everybody else creating the life that they want, to share their hopes and their dreams, and to use their creative passion, whatever area that might be in, mixed media, painting, journaling, even planning, creative planning and stuff like that, scrapbooking, whichever is your medium, to use that creative passion to transform your life, and then go on to inspire others in your circle of influence. So it's all about creating a beautiful life, and to combat all the negativity and horrible stuff that's in the world at this moment. And can you imagine if, like, how many of us do this? If you can imagine how many join, if there's a lot of us that join this group and we all decide to take this journey, just the profound impact that we could have, you know, with where we live and in the world. So yeah, it's really exciting, and there's so many possibilities for this. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to stop rambling on, and I'm going to show you my vision board. I have on here, it's really old photos, but I've put like lots of inspirational things on here at the minute. And on my, it's an inspiration board, it's not a vision board. Hang on a sec. So, there's no space here. Whoops. Okay, so I have things on here that inspire me, like the colours. I love the colours. I have my inspiration card. My daily card will go up on here. And these fabrics that I have really inspire me. This beautiful crocheted feather my sister made for me. This is just something, I love the colours, I love the textures, the glass, just everything about this, and it's to, I don't know if that's zooming in. Not zooming in, is it? No, so this will be to, yeah, inspire me for like my new house. So it gives me like ideas of what I want. Positive quote there. My charms that I've made. So yeah, just, oh, 4-leaf clover picture that I found. I found 4-leaf clover and took a picture of. Yeah, so that's my inspiration board. I'll fill it with lots of things and swap them over with different things that I get inspired by. So yeah, that is everything. There's my my box. I keep a jar. I love keeping stuff like this by my bed because it's just really just lovely seeing all these yummy colours in here. So yeah, that is everything. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.